All right. So, going to walk you through the Esport and Society individual project. The project for this course, you will be working towards that every single week, beginning your first day until the culmination at the very end. But it's going to require a lot of thought, a lot of research, a lot of um, digging into different societal issues. So I want to walk you through that right now so you have clear expectations of what to do week to week and how that builds to the end. So, the project itself um, will count for approximately 13% of your final grade, um, as well as a presentation, an additional 13%. So, what you're going to be doing is you have to identify an issue in esport on the social side. There are three core sociological concepts out there, as listed in the rubric: social conflict, when society is made up of power struggles; functionalism, when it's made up of interlocking systems that kind of rely or counter each other for different ways; in symbolic interaction, where um, different organizations, different methodologies align for more of internal meaning. So, with those are the three foundations, and I want you to choose one of those areas regarding an issue in esports that is of direct interest or possible relevance to you. So, when thinking about issues, it could be an issue regarding gender, regarding race, regarding um, religion, age, thinking about when, is it acceptable to do esports at the middle school level within the competitive forum at schools? Start to think um, on what an interesting topic would be, and with that, what is the overall societal impact, and how do one of these core sociological views play a pivotal role into where that issue currently is and possibly how we could resolve it or bring more light to it at the end of the day. So, through the project, you will be working on it in stages. And every single module, every single week, you will be working one chunk at a time to drive it forward. So the cool thing is you're not going to have this project just sitting there and have to do it all at once. You are literally building the paper week to week, and when it all comes down to the end, you're going to be reviewing the comments that I made, piece it together, and have a nice finished document compared to being backloaded in the semester to write the whole thing. So, the very first assignment, and I'll talk more in depth about these each week, but the introduction. So, um, what's the question that you have? What are you trying to get out of it? What issue do you have in mind? So, for some of the examples that I already presented, or another issue that might be out there in esports, what is it? What do you want to learn about? Um, Share a little bit about why you chose that topic, why you are looking to uh, do some research on it, and really lay the path to show me and to, show the audience where you're going to go moving forward. An introduction is just a great way. I mean, it's kind of tricky to do it at the beginning, but it's a nice way to get wheel spinning in your head for the direction that you're going to go. The second assignment, which will be due on the 15th, is you're going to, based on, one of those three concepts that I already chatted about, how does that apply? So we're going to have to start thinking pretty deep about how that factors into the views, the beliefs, the doings of individuals, spectators, of the community as a whole. The third section, let's get some articles of reference. So, yeah, your opinions are cool. I like your opinions. I like to hear how you think. But if you have some scholarly articles, or um, just different content from Forbes or ESPN, Reuters, different news publications out there Validate your thoughts with research. I am a very data driven person. And if we're referencing and backing up our views with facts and reports of others, that is huge. I mean, that will solidify your stance in progressing the paper. So when I say find an article, yeah, an article is good. You can get a lot out of there. But if you're digging up data and really exploring, like, wow, let's look at some of these impacts on a community compared to a nation, compared to this, that, or whatever, you can, reference multiple articles and have a nice sound report. With blending that in, you're then going to take that stance. What are your views, based on the concept we're digging into, based on the facts that have been presented? How has that research aided you in your views on the topic? So with that, it's really the core of the document, the core of the paper, validating what you've discovered and applying it in this research topic. The final assignment, or the final part of the paper, naturally the conclusion. So once you get everything together, the conclusion and the intro should kind of rebound off each other. But what is that final point of impact? What are we doing moving forward? How are you assessing it? So conclusion is a nice way to pull the whole document together and end with some power and energy. Then that is the paper. So the final day of the course, you will be presenting or submitting the formal paper with all those pieces you already submitted and refined together, but you're also going to have to do a presentation. We will load the presentations via YouTube or a video recording, submit them in the class folder. But with that, I don't care how you present information. Is it a PowerPoint? Is it you just speaking at me through the video? Is it a Prezi? Are you using graphs? How are you validating the articles? How are you validating or presenting the facts that you've uncovered? So with that, this is going to test you on your technical writing ability, referencing different articles and data that you've discovered along the way, but also going to test you on some of those public speaking skills. What's an effective way to present as well as summarize the facts. So with all that, we'll dig more week to week, but in total, the document, probably 5-ish, 6 pages is good. I'm pretty open to that. I'm more about quality rather than quantity, but make sure you have a well-presented document, complete, thorough, representative of 7 weeks of work. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.